Yay! 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 There it is.
Hey.
What's up? Hey!
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How about you?
I'm great. So everyone, I must apologize.
Yeah, it's Mike's fault.
It's all my fault as to why you haven't heard our voices in quite a while.
This is our summer hiatus.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be.
No.
We recorded an episode.
Yeah.
And like the power unplugged. Like it was a good episode.
It was probably one of my favorite ones we've done in at least a year.
Yeah. And it was a great episode. And then the power unplugged from the recorder.
Really weird because no one moved.
No one moved. It was just like boop.
Was it a ghost?
Doop. Maybe were we talking about ghosts?
Not in this show.
That was a
we have in
previous
the past.
episode. Yeah. And the fact that they don't exist, so obviously it wasn't a ghost.
Well, maybe it was. You explain it then. Explain why the power cord would just pop on out. Yeah.
I may have moved my knee.
Oh.
Because I have the new plug right next to me, which is a great product, by the way. So shout out New Plug.
But New Plug is great. Maybe make that a little tighter so it can't pop out.
No, it was the plug itself. Like my.
You didn't tell me this afterward. You were like, I don't know what happened. You were kind of afraid to tell me that you just ruined our entire episode.
Well, you know how I tell you I'm going to save good content for the show.
Yeah,
that's a conversation that needs to happen on the show. Yeah. Sorry about that. So take two. Oh wait. And then the other reason why we haven't been here is because we're really into playing video games sometimes.
Not all video games. We're not like we're playing Doom and we're playing.
I would love to play some Doom.
We're playing Minecraft.
Why is the first thing you go back to is a PC game from the early 90s? Why?
Because people played Doom for hours on end.
Yeah. So
I was never a Doom guy, but people got so into it.
I was so into it.
Like kids are with the Minecraft these days.
So into it.
That's how you know you're old when you say the Minecraft.
The Minecraft.
Like the Facebooks.
Yeah.
The whatever. Yeah.
Well, especially when you pluralize the Facebooks.
Right, of course. That's why I do it on purpose.
So we've been playing MLB The Show.
Yeah.
On PlayStation, which is the best baseball simulator.
And the best baseball you're going to find right now because I'm not watching MLB. So now we get to have the classic players, the veterans, the legends that we enjoyed growing up. We get to play with those players and ourselves.
Well, I know that you're old, but did you grow up watching Ty Cobb? Because he's on our team.
Man, yes I did. Him and Babe Ruth. Come on, kid.
My God. See, I'm so torn on Ty Cobb because it's like, man, you were a great hitter, but boy, were you racist.
Yeah, and he was. People just didn't like him, and we make jokes about that all the time. Like in Field of Dreams, like nobody wanted to invite him, right?
Yeah.
He was a jerk then. So
he was such an asshole.
And he'd go spikes up into everybody, sliding into second. He was just all about winning, which is why I think you like him so much because you're very competitive.
Yeah. But it's a good thing that he played before integration because I don't think him and Jackie would have gotten
No, but they're both on our team.
But they're both on our team, batting in front of one another.
Yeah.
Right? We rotate.
Back to back.
So every time that we come in here to record a show, we're like, let's play a game first. And then it's like 3 games later, and it's like, well, time to go home. Mike's got kids.
Hey, it's dark out.
You got to put away the birds. It's dark out. Yeah, so.
I got to say, though.
So those are the 2 reasons why you haven't heard us.
Before you get too far, we were talking about that last show, and it was one of my favorite shows that we had done. And it was a moment, too, because as much as you will never hear this as a listener, the fact that you and I know that was just such a really fun show, it's one of my top moments we've had since we've been doing this show.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't want to go crazy, but what are your top 2 or 3 moments from the show since we've started recording the show?
From this show?
Yeah. This is the only show that matters. I'm not talking about other shows. I'm not talking about my history of podcasts or...
I mean... One of the best moments out there has to be when you got Andy Dick and Pauly Shore to call up.
That was pretty big
for my birthday. So and that was a long time ago. That was like episode 5 or something like that.
Long time ago.
So and I'm gonna be really quick about this because I know exactly where on Google Drive this is. Yes,
these were great.
Yes. So let's just replay it.
All right, sure.
Let's replay them right now. So this is when Pauly Shore called up for to wish me a happy birthday. And he was great.
Yo, what's up? What's up? This is from Mikey Fu, Mickey Fu, book by Mo. Mickey's birthday, 34 Mickey. as my podcast partner. The bar is low with Mickey and Mo and has won 3 Emmys. Are you serious? That's fucking more Emmys than me. What's up? It's Paulie. He's a very funny guy with a lovely wife, Laura, and 2 girls,
Lori.
Deanna and Josephine.
Diana.
Josephine Weenie Deanie. And he's a very funny guy, but not as funny as me. Wow, there's a lot of stuff to say in there. Anyways, who cares about all that crap? It's Pauly Shore. And this message for Mickey, foo, 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 foo.
Yeah,
Book by Mo. Happy birthday, you guys. Made it another year. It's Pauly Shore. I got the crusty-ass beard. Hanging out here waiting for my friend. He's in there doing his thing. But I thought I'd say what's up. Mickey, foo, 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 foo. Book by Mo. You guys won Emmys? What's up with that shit? That's pretty cool. All right, well, you guys are having a good Saturday. It's Pauly Shore. Later, dudes. Bye.
So it's funny because it's like, oh, yeah, I'm calling you for your birthday, but you don't know how to say my name. So we must be really, really good friends.
Yeah, we're tight.
Yeah. And so those birthday calls were some of my favorite. Andy Dick had 2. So the first time Andy called, I don't know,
it was a mess up.
Yeah.
He had to be.
He was messed up,
man. He was pretty messed up.
Very, very messed up.
So I requested that he do it again.
Yeah.
And he was a little more sober the second time he called.
Yeah, but the first time was just instant classic.
Oh, it was bad.
Hey, it's Andy Dick. Giving a shout out to Mike, which is spelled weird, Myke. You're 34. 34 is the new 24. And I guess it's Bill Buckby's podcast partner. The bar is low with Mike and Mo.
Yeah.
And supposedly I met you a few years back, and I ripped my jeans off. Is that true?
Yes.
Sounds like me.
Yes.
I wouldn't put it past me.
Yes.
And I touched his leg. Whip-de-doo. Are you gonna take me to court for that one? Come on. He still talks about funny guy. Listen, Mike. Happy birthday.
I forgot about that.
You're 30 the fuck 4.
Yep.
No need for swearing.
I'm in some kind of crack house right now. I gotta get out of here. But seriously, happy birthday.
It's funny because that was like the tame one.
And that was the zoom in on his mouth.
Yeah. Oh
When he
God.
was like,
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, that's called thrush, and
Yeah.
you should. But yeah, Andy's first one was just ridiculous.
Mike, I hear it's your birthday. You're 34. Happy birthday to you. Sing it, boys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Billy. Billy, say
No.
it.
No.
Happy birthday to you.
No.
I'm in a trap, Dan. I don't know where. I'm being held hostage in a underground. Oh, they love it. They're whoring me out.
We're like, how does this have anything to do with Mike's birthday at all?
This guy's dancing.
They're whoring me out.
Yeah, these are videos,
On
by
this-
the way.
It's a air mattress.
Yo, who are you talking to? Where they
Nothing.
from?
No. Never. Nothing.
Oh, what's going on? over
Nothing.
here, huh?
But
What's
anyways,
huh?
I'm
What are you doing,
nothing.
huh? That's my
Nothing.
fault now. Give me
I'm
that,
sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hit me again. All right. I'm hanging up. Okay. Happy birthday. Bye.
It's the most nondescript room, like an apartment with. He's on an air mattress.
Yeah.
There's another random kid sitting on a recliner facing the corner, and there's no windows or anything on the wall. It's just
Yeah.
very, very strange.
Strange room.
So that answers your question as far as what that was one of my favorite. My second favorite was the taste test, the baby food taste test.
Baby food, really?
I loved the baby food taste test. That was a
not
blast.
fun for me as much as it was for you.
No,
Yeah.
the Kit Kat taste test was up there.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But the baby food taste test, I think, was really good.
That was pretty good.
So those were my 2. And you actually had David Faustino even called this year. I don't even think
Yeah.
we played that.
Really? We're
On
going
here.
to pull that up there. That
Did
was
we?
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that is.
Bud Bundy, David Faustino,
Yeah.
because Mike is a huge fan of Married with Children.
Huge. Oh my
Massive
God.
fan.
They don't make him. I just finished watching it again, start to finish on Hulu.
You are Al Bundy.
Minus the football success. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you have that one to pull up to play?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's
it's not. It's not right.
We'll plan that one for another time.
Yeah.
I think.
What about you?
I don't think I have laughed so much in years as I did when we said the words bungee cords. Sorry, Liz. That brought total tears to my face and laughing. And both of us were laughing so hard that we had to edit that show down. I think it was like 7 minutes of uncontrollable laughter, and we edited it down for the show. So you guys didn't have to listen to us go on and on and on and on about it.
I wish I had like the entire uncut thing right now, because we're not really editing some stuff in. What we do have is the original voicemail. So let's just listen to that one real quick.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It was a good one.
Hey guys, Liz again. Recently I had to transport something in my car that didn't quite fit, so it was hanging out of my trunk, and I only had one bungee cord available to use. So a little harrowing of a journey. Just wanted to know if you guys had any travel stories like that.
It just gets me every time.
This is hanging out of her trunk.
But the first time it played,
The first time this played, we just both went. We turned to 12-year-old boys, and we couldn't stop laughing uncontrollably.
oh my God.
One of the most fun days I've had sitting in the studio to get that done. So, I mean, there's been a lot of great moments and a lot of great calls and a lot of great fun stuff that we do that really, I think this podcast kind of shares. I think it shares our friendship. This is like me and you sitting in a bar, having a conversation.
That's where the bar came from, and the bar is low.
The
when
bar
we were
is
talking
low.
about a title. There were some bad titles that came up. And
It's terrible.
No.
But instead of beers, it's iced tea, and we're still unofficially not sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts yet. But someday.
The ice is
There's
melted.
No ice, it's all melted. Yeah, it's too hot. But yeah, this is what you get for what our conversations are like, and why our
podcast is good. I like it.
Just.
All right, Matt, that was nice of you to jump in there, but kind of rude to step on me. But that's kind of like why playing the video games thing is so much fun, because we do have that same banter like you're hearing in the show when we're playing a baseball game.
The podcast is good. I like it.
Okay, that was more appropriate. You were done with your thought.
That's wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Matt.
So
that was nice
Matt.
to
Thank
wait
you, Matt.
until I took a breath. That was nice of you.
Yeah. That. So anyway, that's the long version of why you haven't heard us recently. And now let's start moving forward.
Sure.
I wish I went to the bathroom and brushed my teeth before starting this podcast, though, because I just had a protein bar, and it's got peanuts in it, like actual peanuts.
Okay.
And there's one that's like stuck in here.
Got one
like,
jammed.
But it's like way in the back, top of the gum kind of thing. And I'm not gonna sit here and
Well, that's why I don't like crunchy peanut butter, because
You don't like crunchy?
not as much as the creamy, because that ends up sticking around. You got to worry about the one you got to fish out.
Sir.
But I do like the crunchy peanut butter in a peanut butter cookie.
Okay.
It makes for a better cookie.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, you've never done that?
No. So Lori makes the peanut butter cookies in our house. It's the peanut butter cookie with the Hershey Kiss in the
Hershey
middle,
Kiss,
right?
right.
And it's a great cookie.
Which, by the way, my mother used to make that cookie as a kid growing up.
Oh, amazing.
And I never liked it as much.
Really?
Because
But now
I had to wait until they were. I never got them until they'd been in the fridge.
No, I was just going to go out there and say it. When they are warm out of the oven, like
they're
10
so
minutes,
good.
you let it sit for 10 minutes out of the oven, because otherwise molten chocolate, that never feels good on the roof of your mouth.
Correct.
The chunky peanut butter in that cookie actually would be great, because it is a soft cookie.
You're lacking the crunch.
And I like that.
And I like the warm peanut butter chocolate chip or chocolate cookie with the Kiss.
Oh, it's so good.
But try that with the Hershey Kiss that has the almond inside as well.
Oh my God,
So now I'm adding the crunch.
Yeah.
But as far as a sandwich, no.
See, no,
PB&J, give me the creamy, give me the grape or the raspberry Smuckers, preferably raspberry or strawberry. Really.
Yeah, okay. I was going to
Grape's
say
the last
strawberry.
choice.
I'm giving you that look like
Grape's the last choice.
Yeah.
But the raspberry, you still get stuck with the seed. You get that seed issue, which isn't a real crunch. It's just kind of an annoyance of a crunch.
So
It's trying to be there, can't qualify as a crunch.
So for just a classic PB&J sandwich, it's got to be strawberry.
I like strawberry.
Got to be strawberry. And I mean, yeah, you can up level it to if you're doing berry preserves, that's okay. Mm-hmm. I'm okay. That doesn't give me the crunch I need.
Blueberry preserves.
I know blueberry preserves are good. Yeah,
Wonderful.
Raspberry, strawberry preserves. The 4-berry. Give me the 4-berry.
No marmalade. Sorry.
God, and we discussed that on an earlier show as
No
well.
marmalade.
No,
yeah,
no,
not a fan.
No.
Winnie the Pooh can have the marmalade.
No.
That's fine.
Paddington.
Oh yeah, whatever.
It was Paddington
That
Bear.
stupid bear.
For a
Can't
guy
have
who
it.
has a bear tattooed on him.
It's Baloo. Baloo is nothing like those bears.
Okay.
I have a tattoo of Baloo from the Jungle Book on my leg.
Yes, you do.
And it really is because when I worked with kids back when I was in college, they referred to me as Baloo. That's when Jungle Book got re-released, and I was working this summer camp with these kids, and they all started calling me Baloo.
Yep.
Because if you look at that character in that movie, it's kind of me.
Yeah, but yours, he's like dancing. Doesn't he have like a Cubs hat on
He
and
has
like
a Cubs
a
hat on,
flag?
and he's waving a pirate flag, yes.
Yes.
Very me in that whole description, and he's wearing Blues Brothers sunglasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, we'll get into other bear conversations in a little bit. I don't want to get too far away from this peanut butter thing.
Ah, sure.
Strawberry,
Strawberry.
ideally on Wonder Bread, white bread,
White Wonder Bread, yes. You
And-
can't do this on like oat nut bread.
and chunky peanut butter. Yes. Yes.
No.
That's what I do.
Not going to
Yeah.
happen.
The best chunky peanut butter in the area, I love. So okay, it's not really necessarily chunky peanut butter, but when you get fresh peanut butter and it's like gritty, almost. Do you like that?
It's okay. It feels like it's sugar to me. You know what I mean? When you get that grit in there, it always plays in my head that it's sugar.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
So
want
like the Stu Leonard's peanut butter, you don't like that?
Not really.
I think it's great.
Give me some Jif all day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Creamy Jif, and I'm a happy guy. I can do Peter Pan.
Skippy.
I can do Skippy.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Okay.
I'm not a real snob when it comes to my peanut butter.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. I prefer the chunky. I prefer the creamy when you're using it as like a sauce on chicken wings.
What about the Goober grape?
Or what's that?
You've never had the Goober grape?
Is that like the mixed peanut butter
it's
and jelly
peanut
stuff?
butter and jelly in one jar.
It's blasphemy. Blasphemy.
Oh, no,
Absolute
no.
blasphemy.
No,
no,
it's
no.
lovely.
No.
Great
It's
for
not-
a
no, no.
camping trip.
But okay, sure.
Yeah.
For a camping trip when you know it's only going to be used
Yeah.
for making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches,
Yeah,
fine.
That's
sure.
what you buy it for.
Yeah, but I mean, or you can buy for the same price double the amount of both peanut butter and jelly. Because that thing's probably like $4,
No,
$5.
it's the same because you get half and half. It's like the same price. But what
it's
you could do, like
garbage.
you're talking about your wings, you could put that right on the wing, already mixed for you. Bam, throw it right on there.
So the chicken wing, or I mean, okay, more people. If you haven't listened to the show, I am very. There's a place here
this
called.
is not the one to start.
This is not the one to start because there's a lot of throwback thing. Well, no, this is a great place to start.
It's okay.
You're still learning from it. Our show is wonderful because, well, no, I guess it does help to start from the beginning. But if you
does.
listen to this, it may entice you to go back. So there you go.
There it is.
So there's a chicken wing place that I love. It's called TK's. It's in Danbury, Connecticut, and they make a peanut butter and jelly wing. And when they make the wing, it's creamy. Peanut butter on it, and then grape jelly. They use grape jelly.
Yeah.
And it's good. I can do that. It's like when I make my meatballs, I use the grape jelly in the meatball
I have
recipe.
to try that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's to die for. Meatball, chili sauce, grape jelly, slow cook.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Toothpick.
Really?
Done.
Chili sauce. No other marinara of any kind or.
Chili sauce, right?
Wow.
Heinz chili sauce, preferably.
Okay.
Heinz chili sauce. Stop and Shop generic brand works too, because it's just Heinz chili sauce with a different label.
Right.
So Heinz chili sauce, grape jelly, meatballs, slow cook,
All right.
toothpick, tooth,
All right.
belly,
Probably 2 teeth.
several teeth,
You know.
esophagus, belly, colon.
Not many of our listeners have 1 tooth, but some could, I guess.
Hey, if you do, if old Chomper is a listener here, let's go.
Well, you know the toothbrush was invented where I went to college in Indiana.
Oh,
Yeah. Had it been invented elsewhere, they call it a teeth brush. Wow, the studio
okay.
audience.
Yeah,
is
that
loud.
was really loud.
Sorry, folks.
It was such a good joke. It was such a good joke. Okay. Well, good to know. Good to know that has its own fader on the mixing board.
There it is.
So there you go. The creamy peanut butter is also good for like Thai chicken,
Sure.
right? Like that kind of. But I'm telling you, when it's just peanut butter and jelly, I like the chunk.
And it has to be the white Wonder Bread. There's no other option. It has to be.
I mean,
And don't you toast that bread.
No.
It's got to be that soft, nice white Wonder
No,
Bread.
what kind of a savage am I toasting a peanut butter and
no.
jelly? No.
Although-
now, I will use for like there are times where it's like I'm not eating white starch right now. Like right now I'm not
Right.
eating white starch because we talked about losing weight like 2 episodes ago and I'm like that sounds like a good idea and I'm 10 pounds lighter since then.
Good for you.
No sugar, no white starch. Boom.
Great.
Done. Easy. That's
Outstanding.
That's it. Right? So right now I would put it on whole wheat bread. and it's still good.
Not the
It's
same.
still it's not the same.
No.
It's not the same. Now,
There's nothing like it.
and you'll call it blasphemy, but whole wheat bread. This is like a throwback. My next door neighbor's mom used to make this with whole wheat bread. She would make her bologna and cheese on it
Okay.
with Miracle Whip, of course. Of course. Have to put the Miracle Whip on there. And it's funny because it's like that specific combination, bologna, it was bologna, cheddar cheese,
Weird.
right? Bologna, cheddar cheese on wheat bread with Miracle Whip. That specific combination just works for me. It's like one of those tastes
Good for you.
of childhood.
I'm happy for you.
Now, does it beat Wonder Bread with bologna and a slice of American with Hellman's mayonnaise? No.
Or,
it doesn't.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Or you
Fry
that
the bologna.
Oh,
yes.
that
yes,
was my
yes,
dad's
yes,
thing growing
yes.
up. My dad would make a fried bologna
Oh,
sandwich.
you gotta do the fried bologna. Oh, yeah.
And you got to cut it. So you have that like Pac-Man thing. So you can't just put a slice of bologna in a frying pan. You have to take it from the middle and cut it out to the edge
So it doesn't bubble up?
so it doesn't bubble up.
Okay.
And then it'll actually spread out a little bit, and it's a nice look, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the fried bologna sandwich. In fact, dang, you just put that in my head. I'm going to have one sometime soon.
Rectangle or triangle? How do you cut it?
A triangle.
Or do you eat it whole?
No, a triangle. You
Triangle.
have to cut it. You have to cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double triangle.
I'm not like, what is that? In the Avengers, he doesn't need he won't cut his bread diagonally.
What?
Yeah.
Kind
You
of a
didn't catch
savage? No.
that? That's
No. I'm-
Nick
I'm-
Fury. Nick Fury says he
Oh,
will never
okay,
cut it
okay,
diagonally.
okay.
And then in one of the things, they cut it diagonally, and that's why you know it's not him. Spoiler alert.
There
Anyway,
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the statute of limitations on Avengers has expired.
Has it? Okay. Just
Yeah.
checking.
I mean, it's if you've made it this far into a pandemic where you should have been home for at least 2 months at some point during this, and you haven't watched the Avengers, and you're like, oh man, I was hoping to watch that. It's like, sorry guys, not gonna happen. But yeah, the peanut butter is one of those great debates, right? It's well, it's more of a preferential debate, right?
Yeah. Are you a Nutella guy?
I'm not crazy about it,
I've never had it.
but I'll like it.
I've never had it.
I think you would really like it.
I might, but I'm not.
I mean, Nutella and peanut butter
but
is
it's a hazelnut.
It's hazelnut.
I don't like hazelnut.
It's a hazelnut spread.
not a fan.
It's no, you don't like the Ferrero Rocher chocolate with the. Come on,
I like the chocolate. That's why.
Come
It's not about the
on.
hazelnut. That's about loving the
No,
chocolate.
but
And I
it's
love
hazelnut. No, but the
hazelnuts.
Nutella's inside of it. So there's a hazelnut
Right.
plus the Nutella, and then it's a thin chocolate shell with the crispy crunchy.
Oh, so I guess I have had Nutella if I've had the Ferrero Rocher.
It may be their own brand. It's similar to it
So
though. It's
I'm
same,
okay
same
with it,
fig.
but I'm not a fan of like the hazelnut coffee. The
No,
hazelnut
well,
flavor.
but that's too forced.
like
Like
that.
French vanilla coffee, it's forced. It's artificial, right? No, actual hazelnut. Like if I eat an actual hazelnut, I like
I'll
that.
eat a hazelnut, sure.
It's great.
Yeah.
Hazelnut or macadamia nut.
Macadamia all day.
Okay.
My favorite nut of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah, the macadamia is first time I had one, I was in Hawaii.
Me too.
14 years old.
I was not 14.
Had my first macadamia nut, and I was in love with it.
Yeah. Well, back then you couldn't get them out here, I'm sure.
No, you really couldn't.
Yeah.
And wait a minute, it wasn't that long ago. Anyway,
Back in my day, I was watching Christian Mathewson eating macadamia nuts in the territory that is Hawaii, not a state yet.
no,
I'm Bill Buckby, and I approve this message.
I couldn't stop between the macadamia nuts and the pineapple because I'm a big fan of fresh pineapple too.
You are a big fan.
I'm a big man, but I love fresh pineapple and macadamia nuts. It all comes back to going to Hawaii, and I'd love to go back there again.
I went
In a
there for my birthday / second honeymoon, I guess, and we went to the Pro Bowl, and it was great.
That's cool.
And I was just like, check it off the bucket list. Never again do I care to go to a Pro Bowl.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say Hawaii.
Oh,
No need to go to a Pro Bowl.
go back to Hawaii right now.
I won't even turn the station to watch a Pro Bowl. I'll watch Howard the Duck before I watch a Pro Bowl.
So we didn't go there for the Pro Bowl. It just happened that the Pro Bowl was there, and on my actual birthday. And the Patriots, this was like one of the few years they didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
Got it.
So they were there.
Got it.
And Wes Welker scored a touchdown.
Oh, that's fun.
And a guy streaked on the field, and I have a video of it, and
That's
and
awkward.
it has like 50,000 views on my YouTube. It's the second best YouTube video of mine. The first best number is a video I took at the San Diego Zoo of this one ape kind of banging a couple other apes, and it was just, I believe I called it Orangutan, a monkey sex romp adventure at the San Diego
Wow.
Zoo. It had, dude, guess how many? It's closing in on 1 million.
Come
Like,
on.
it's crazy. That
Wow.
single video. If you go to my YouTube
That's
station,
viral.
I have 1,000+ subscribers. Wow. And it's all because of that one, the San Diego Zoo orangutan monkey sex romp.
They want more.
Well, I that's not something you can really stage.
No, you can't get that ready. I will tell you this, and this jumps to the end of the show, but I'm going to tie into this.
Is that your recommendation, that video?
Not that video. But there is on Disney Channel, there is a zoo show. It's like Behind the Lines of the Zoo. Like
on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
They have National Geographic now.
It's not part of Nat Geo.
It's not Nat Geo, okay.
And it's not very Disney-like, but it really is. It's talking to the zookeepers and the animals and bringing the animals in when they're sick and dealing with the animals and pregnant animals. It's awesome. It's so cool.
It's one of the medical animal shows.
Not ultra medical.
Okay.
Not necessarily. It doesn't go deep into the medical issues, but it will take you to some where they have the animal sometimes knocked out, sometimes not. Sometimes they got to catch it first, and there's a lot of different things going on in the zoo. But it's kind of fun. You're getting to look behind the curtain, And I talked to our friend Glenn, who used to work in a zoo.
Yep.
Who doesn't listen to the show, but he should.
Wait. He doesn't listen to the show?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
He should.
I agree.
Okay.
Millions of people should.
That is true.
So every one of you should ask 2 or 3 of your friends to download the show, so they can, and they should ask 2 or 3 of their friends, and that's how that pyramid works. But anyway,
and they should all call up our phone line at 6317 Mike Mo.
6317 Mike Mo. 6317 Mike Mo.
That's Mike with a Y.
No. I thought we were done with that.
It's part of it. It's part of it.
No, it's terrible.
So, confession. I forgot the password to our Google Voice when I reset my phone.
Oh no!
So I don't know. I just thought about resetting it. But,
doggone it!
Yeah. So and I know there were actually a few more jokes that were on there. So apologies if you left a joke and we didn't get to you. And my favorite joke from the other day was that the
Vinny.
No, it wasn't Vinny. Vinny had the really long joke.
Yeah, I thought you liked that one.
No, I liked Ed's better.
All right.
The Pavlov joke.
Oh yeah.
But
you like that one.
All things considered, Vinny has a very extensive hat collection, so we're gonna send Vinny a hat.
Hey, congrats, Vinny!
There
Congratulations! Yay! Good for you. There it is.
Hey.
Congratulations!
You know what?
Since there's 2 of us that have the show, and there's 2 of us that make the decisions, and you made that decision, I'm gonna go ahead and say we should send one to Liz for all of her work she's put in for us as well.
There you go, Liz. I don't know if you called. I'm sure you did because you always do.
It's probably lit up because we haven't been on doing the shows lately as much as we should have been.
Oh,
what? That had nothing to do with that. I tell you, it ain't easy. Huh?
See, this is why I don't use the sound effects board.
Let me tell you, it ain't easy
because I don't know what they are.
That was weird.
Yeah. Well, you were gonna tell a story.
Imagine if you will. No, that didn't work. I don't know.
A podcast that doesn't know what it's doing.
A man on the board who has no clue what the buttons do.
In a world where the best podcasts don't even make it on air.
And he pushed another button. And it was the same one.
Aw, man.
Awesome, man. So what did you bring to the table for the show this week?
Nothing.
Nothing? You didn't bring a thing?
I mean, I brought my own iced tea, which still has ice in it.
You have a little ice. How do you still have ice?
Because I know how to properly drink a tea. Also because yours is sitting in the sun, coming in the window, and mine is in the sun
directly in the sunlight.
Well, yeah. So we were talking a little bit earlier though about the video games, like old retro video games, and I've been on kind of a retro video game kick, right?
You have been. Yeah.
I have my Nintendo 64. You got to get your Atari hooked up. I gave you that connector.
I tried. It didn't work.
It didn't work. Okay, so bring it back.
And I have the controllers now too.
Bring the Atari over here.
I'll bring the whole thing over here.
Bring the whole thing over here. Yeah, I can figure this out. I'm sure. But
you want to put me on your Twitch? That's what you want to do?
We should totally put it on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, and my latest Nintendo 64 thing. I'm playing the 1998 Nagano Olympics.
Which I couldn't tell you anything about the Nagano Olympics.
See, I'm a huge Olympics fan.
You are.
I mean, like, you know me. Yeah. I watch everything in the Olympics.
It's strange.
I love the Olympics to the point where I started my own company with some colleagues
Yeah.
about Olympians.
Which is great.
And now we literally are getting to work with Olympians, which is fantastic. It's like a dream.
Very cool.
But even cooler is playing video games on Twitch in front of a couple dozen people. Am I right? So, but going back to the retro video games, and you'll bring that in. I'm just gonna get my recommendation out right now. I've been watching this on Netflix. You got to watch it. I think you'll love it.
Okay.
It's a documentary, and it has a pretty cool. It's a fun vibe. It's a very fun vibe for a documentary.
Okay.
It's called High Score, and it's basically about the creation and evolution of video games. And it starts way back. I'm talking way back to
Okay.
like 1 to 2-bit. Video game, choose your own adventure text type stuff, and
Wow.
then it moves through, and it basically ends right around the end of Sega Genesis coming out.
Okay.
Right. So Sega Genesis and SNES, Mortal Kombat, that era,
Loved it.
Madden, that kind of stuff. It hits all that. But there is a great episode on Atari. There's a great one on Doom, which you
Okay.
mentioned earlier, and I was gonna give my recommendation earlier, but we just kind of keep coming back to
We
said
jump around.
recommendation.
That's what we do.
But it's a fantastic 6 or 7 part series.
wow.
But I think you would really enjoy it.
It's funny you mentioned it too. My brother came up to visit the other day. I don't think I've ever mentioned my brother on the show. My brother lives in Pennsylvania and popped up to visit. Anyway,
Mo has a brother.
I do. And he told me, and my brother is significantly older than me. Not quite as big as our age difference, but pretty close. Anyway.
And also not as big as you.
No. But he is the smart one of the family. He's the one that got his chemical engineering degree in 3 years. The guy's super smart.
So his bigness is on the inside. He's
Absolutely.
got a big brain.
Big brain.
But you got a bigger heart.
Check out. Oh, I don't know. He's got a pretty big heart too. He's a
No.
pretty
Like physically, you went to the doctor last
it's
week, and
like
they were
an
just like,
orangutan.
"Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's no good."
So anyway, he just started taking a class. He told me
Okay.
online class with Harvard
Ooh,
to build video games,
really?
and he started with Pong, and he learned how to make Pong.
That's kind of
and
cool.
kind of worked his way up, and now he's doing stuff, and he realizes some things you outsource for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
And some things you do yourself, and he's learning the whole process. I think that's really cool for a guy, I'll just say in his 50s, who was who was the guy who, when I was a kid, we had a TRS-80.
Oh wow.
Right? We had 4K memory with cassette loaders for your programs. So those who want to go back and look what a TRS-80 was, a pretty early stage computer.
And not 4K.
4K memory on the machine. 4.
No, it had to be much less.
No, 4.
Really?
Yeah, 4K memory. So there were cassettes to load everything in, which you had to do. He took that thing apart and rebuilt it with our first computer to learn how to start using computers. He's a computer genius.
See, I did the same thing with
Brilliant.
computers when I was young. I actually taught my parents how to use the first computer that we got was this old 286DX,
Okay.
and they bought the computer. I'm 3 years old, literally 3. I'm younger than Diana is now.
Wow.
They buy the thing, they set it up, they go to bed. They wake up the next morning. I'm sitting there playing a video game, and they're like, "How did you do this?"
Right.
And I was like, I figured it out. I took this 5.5-inch floppy disk, put
Right.
it in the drive that it fit. There were 2 drives, a 3.5 and 5.5. Obviously, it went in there. I closed the thing. I was paying attention to the guy who set up the computer about how to do CD / blah, 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 penguin.exe run, blah, blah, blah. And I got this game going. And
Wow.
and I taught my parents as a 3-year-old essentially how to work a computer.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I was really into it. I took that computer apart after when we bought the 486, and then after we bought our first Pentium, I took apart the 486.
Wow.
So I was always like super
Yeah.
into doing that kind of stuff. And even still, I just took apart that laptop in the other room last week because I was just like, this laptop sucks. I got to make it better. And
That's
I
great.
did.
I always looked at him to say, I can't quite figure out. I mean, math and science were always his thing, and the fact that he could redo and rebuild these things.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's the guy, if you start looking at the computer age to the home computer, right? The home computer we got, he was early teens, right?
Oh, wow.
So think about that as far as your progression over 40 years, right? To see where the computer is then and learn about that and learn
Yeah.
how to program DOS and how to do everything from the start.
Yeah.
And then slowly build up to where it is now. And now the fact that he's got great jobs, he's done all this stuff. He doesn't have to do
Yeah, but
any
now
of
he's
this stuff.
fun. I'm going to
And
go
now
to
he's like,
Harvard for fun.
I'm going to go to Harvard and take a class just for fun to learn how to make video games so I understand them more and make my own. That's awesome. Not to profit by it.
No.
Not to go sell one to the world.
Yeah.
Because he wants to learn how to do it and do it. Impresses the hell out of me.
Yeah,
Really does.
and because he couldn't get into MIT, so he had to, haha, got you. He doesn't listen to the show either, probably. So there you go.
No way he listens to the show. No way.
This is
The bar is way too low.
This would make him so dumb. It would make him so.
It would dumb him
dumb.
down. It would definitely do that.
So recommendation, give me yours now while we're here.
I did the zoo thing.
Oh yeah,
The zoo show.
The monkey
You weren't
sex
paying
romp.
attention.
The
No,
monkey sex
not
romp,
your
yeah.
romp. The zoo show on the Disney Plus.
You know what I like better than the zoo shows? I do like the medical shows better. I like Dr. K's Exotic Animal ER. It's like one of the guilty pleasures.
Really?
For me. Have you watched this?
Are you one of those people that watch Pimple Poppers too?
I don't like pimple poppers.
No.
No.
Creeps me out.
Some people, that's like an ASMR kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like watching people pop their zits. Like,
weird.
no.
So weird.
No,
I haven't watched that. What that is?
It's really cool because it's about this vet office that's down in somewhere in Broward County, Florida. So like the Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. It's in one of those
Okay.
areas. And it's a veterinary office. They have 2 rules: no dogs and no cats.
Wow.
Everything else, exotics. They've done surgery on turtles, on birds, on snakes, on and then there's mammals too. There's mammals coming in like, oh, my chinchilla needs this surgery. It's just, and it's incredible. The exotic vets know like everything about everything.
Yeah.
Like not like Joe Exotic. Like, oh, I'm gonna go take this tiger out back and shoot him in the head. No. Like they actually are. They know what they're doing with these animals. Yeah. And fuck Carol Baskin, by the way, who is now on Cameo, and I keep getting these
really?
I keep getting these Cameo ads
Oh.
for Carol Baskin, and I'm like, that is the last person I want to give
Right.
money to right now.
She murdered her husband.
Oh, she totally killed her husband.
The tigers.
She totally, and now she controls the zoo up there. She can, yeah.
She's got a lot of control. That woman, the Carol Baskin,
They should do like a follow-up
killed her
Like,
husband, whacked him.
sequel.
Can't convince me that it didn't happen.
Should they do a sequel to that?
There's not much of a sequel
Just
to it.
follow up. I just want to know what's called because now she owns that zoo. She owns the zoo up there.
They did one follow up after the main show was done.
That wasn't.
And it was like quick interviews by Zoom. It was so stupid.
No, that was done. It's like, I'm Joe McHale. I'm a super fan of this show, and I'm going to talk to some people, except for the
McHale.
one guy I wanted to hear from.
Right.
Because he's in prison.
Yeah, and he'll still talk to you. Apparently, they say if you can get a hold of, he'd love to talk to anybody.
If he's on Cameo, that'd be great.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm in jail.
The end. The end.
Too good, man. So as we are into late summer, and we're getting through, kids are going back to school, somewhat, kind of
Allegedly.
It got me thinking too about COVID, right? And we don't normally talk about COVID here because we haven't done a lot of shows with COVID. Although we did our distance shows and stuff.
Yeah.
that
Well,
kind of
you
thing.
were very much hoping that it was like, oh, it'll be gone by the end of April.
It really was.
Yeah.
And-
Well, I mean, I guess we were all hoping,
Of
but
course.
I said it's going to be spring 2021 until this thing's out of the main thing in everyone's world.
So let's say you had a magic wand and you could wipe out one of 2 things.
Oh.
You can wipe out COVID, or you can wipe out cancer.
Cancer.
You don't know when COVID's going to end or if it's going to flare back up or it's going to do anything else.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Not-
Curious.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
curious.
it's
Because you
Here's the
don't
thi-
know
here's
what
the
the story is with it. And
So-
we can't get life back to normal.
Okay,
And we're
but
still working on
here's
cures
the
for
thing.
cancer.
Here's the thing. We know this for a fact that you can take preventative measures to prevent yourself from getting COVID.
Can, but nothing's 100% either.
If I stay inside and nobody else comes inside, that's 100%.
Okay, let's change the scenario a little
You can't
bit.
just change the rules of the game.
Why can't I? It's my question.
All right.
What if...
Your brother just reprogrammed the game. All right, take
Well,
two.
no, here's the thing. If we don't know that COVID's going to end at any time, because this takes away your ability to go to soccer, goes to
No, it doesn't.
concerts. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let's say they start shutting these things down again,
Yeah, okay.
which is possible if there's a second wave and people talk about all this stuff. It's possible it could happen.
I mean, we've
But look at what we've been through for the last 6 months. If we're told this is going to be an ongoing thing, and the rest of your life will be left like this, would you still choose cancer over COVID?
Yes.
Because the likelihood of you getting cancer is light, likelihood of you getting COVID is light, and dying from COVID is very light.
I don't think the likelihood of getting cancer is light by any means. I think a lot more people are going to get cancer than COVID this year.
Oh, we don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
I mean,
see what those numbers end up. Yeah.
Unless like the entire population of Alabama just leaves Alabama, which they don't even leave their own town, let alone their own county, let alone their own state. So as long as we can contain Alabama and probably most of Mississippi, we should be fine.
Yeah, you don't know, and this is what This is where people are really up in the air about it. That's all. And maybe it's not something as big as cancer. Maybe we say something else. But I think it's kind of an interesting thing
something
to say.
else. Do something else.
Okay.
Pick something else. Don't say AIDS.
Car accidents.
What? No COVID or no car accidents?
Yeah.
So the magic wand would all of a sudden prevent people from being dumb.
All bumper cars.
And that's a whole different story. that's a whole different thing. Like that's like if I was like, okay, you could wave a magic wand, get rid of COVID, or instead of rain, it's just Hershey Kisses coming from the sky.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd hurt.
Well, no, it would probably turn into liquid by the time it got down here, coming through the atmosphere.
And remelt.
Yeah.
Cold though, and then.
See, now that's a bad thing.
Well, now all that aluminum
thing.
foil will land on your head, and that'll protect you from the aliens, though. So you're good to go.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Fair enough.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Wow, we went down a wormhole there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Kind of got a little too.
All right,
little too serious for my liking. What else you got?
No COVID or no war. How about that?
That's a tricky one. No COVID or no war. I would probably go with no war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, here's the whole thing: is that COVID's just. I know it's preventative. I know you can take measures to prevent it. War is a little tougher than that.
It's still there, and it's still. I mean, we have a flare up nearby in Danbury as well. Right.
Yeah,
now.
but do you have an insurgency happening in Danbury right now?
I don't know. I don't know. I know.
Oh, that laugh sounded like a horse whinny.
That really was. Hello, Mr. Ed.
That's George Washington. He's come back to like, oh, you burned down my town. Shame on you.
Well, I heard the mayor talking about that down there, and the fact that they've got 45 languages spoken in just Danbury school systems too.
That's right.
Which is crazy to think about. 45 languages. How do you get the word out to everybody and all the things you need to say and convey the proper message is very difficult. So not to get into the whole thing, go deep with this, but it's a tough thing to try to educate everyone as to what to do and how to be preventative. And I just want it to go away.
Okay, I want it to go away too, but it's like...
To what measure? So if it's not war that you wouldn't give up, and it's not cancer...
What would I give up to get rid of COVID?
Yeah. Something worthwhile.
What would I give up to get rid of COVID?
Hartford Athletic. Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
No, I would not get rid of soccer to get rid of COVID.
Not all of soccer, just your team.
Unless, of course, that means
just
that
Hartford.
There wouldn't be soccer because of COVID.
COVID goes away, but the only team that disappears has to be the Hartford Athletic. Would you give up your team? Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, yeah, because it's going to save lives in the long run. So
Yeah.
I guess the answer is yes.
Would you give up the Pats?
The Patriots?
Yeah.
Now? Sure. I've already got my rings. I've got my rings.
Sox?
I've got my rings. No, Red Sox is a little tougher. I told Lori in 2008, right after we started dating, verbatim, you will never be more important to me than the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, my God.
I didn't think I was going to marry her.
God.
I didn't think I was going to. And you can ask her about
Have you
this.
retracted that statement since?
I have.
Okay, good.
I have.
That's the important part.
I have. Not as long ago as you would think, but I have retracted that statement. I did retract that statement.
I'm not shocked by that comment.
Yeah. Maybe I'll need to tell Lori to call in and give us that story. But
that'd be fun.
Yeah, because I was kind of being a pussy at the time.
Oh well.
Tears were being shed over being knocked out of the playoffs. Okay. And she was like, "It's a baseball game. What the hell? What the?" And I was, "You wouldn't get it. You'll never be more important to me than the Red Sox anyways." Like something like that. I'm still picking pieces of peanut out of my teeth.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, good show, but I'm going to end it right here before we lose it.
No, you're not. We have to talk about two other things.
There's not enough time.
There is.
There's not enough time.
One is the incredible work you've been doing with so many hours dedicated to creating a certain game that people need to check out. Another game from us playing games on PS4.
Yeah.
And that's on 2K21, the new golf game.
PGA Tour 2K21. And I can't believe it took us this long to mention our sponsor, the Candlewood Valley Country Club.
Candlewood Valley Country Club, the number one place to go. Meet your friends, have some beers, have a great time, have some great food, play some great golf. CandlewoodValleyGolf.com.
Yeah, it's really fun. So I'm recreating, like, as close to being inch by inch, let's call it yard by yard.
Yeah.
The Candlewood Valley Country Club.
Candlewood Valley Country Club, the number one place to go meet your friends, play some golf, have a great bite to eat, have a beer, and play some great golf. That's CandlewoodValleyGolf.com.
Can I finish?
Sure.
So we're building the Candlewood Valley Country Club.
Candlewood Valley Country Club, the number one place to go play golf, meet your friends, have a bite to eat.
So we're building the Candlewood Valley Country Club.
Have a great time! Go to CandlewoodValleyGolf.com!
I'm building this golf course, and
Yeah.
it's really great. And they actually they're so happy with it that they gave me the keys to their Facebook page.
That's crazy.
To live stream to them. So
Very
I'm
cool.
doing another live stream tonight of that. And you can follow it on twitch.tv/NutmegState,
There
which
you
I
go.
do all my gaming at, which
There
is
you go.
fun. Nutmeg State after another podcast I do about Hartford Athletic.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give up doing that podcast if it got rid of COVID.
You'd give up that podcast if I gave you $30.
That podcast makes me a lot more than $30. That one, we gotta get the sponsors on this show.
Yeah.
like that. I mean, I love the Candlewood Valley Country Club.
Candlewood Valley Country Club, the number one place to go.
But like the
have a bite to eat. Have a couple of beers.
I need a corporate sponsor.
CandlewoodValleyGolf.com.
I need a corporate sponsor here. But I mean, after listening to the last 45 minutes, is anyone gonna give us that corporate sponsorship? Definitely not Nutella.
No, definitely not them.
It wouldn't be that. Wonder Bread.
One more thing. Yeah,
I'll take Wonder
absolutely.
Bread. I
Wonder
mean,
Bread,
yeah.
Jif, Skippy. You guys
Yeah.
are all on board.
Yeah.
One more thing I want to bring up today, though, before we're done, is something else I'd been working on all summer, and I want to give myself a plug real quick.
Go for it.
Behind the Beard.
Let's talk about Behind the Beard.
So Behind the Beard is a book that I originally wrote back in 2013. Tried to put it together on my own. It really didn't work all that well. And I had spoken with a publisher in the last year who was interested in picking up the book and running with it. So we've redesigned it a little bit. The pictures are all new. Some of the stories are new. I added new stories. It's a second edition of the
I'm
book.
in the book now.
And Mickey Fu here
I'm in the book.
wrote the foreword to my book.
And I did that.
And it's also was supposed to be 2 pages, a full 6-page foreword he wrote that they sent to me and said, "Hey, do you want to cut this down?" And I said, "Well, I'm gonna have to see it first." And I came by here. I came by the studio, and Mike handed me his 6 pages.
Yeah.
And for a guy who hasn't published something before too and doesn't write as much,
What, me?
yeah,
No, I'm not a writer. I mean, I'm a good writer. I have a good grasp of the English language. I don't use the Oxford comma, and I'll stand by that until
Attaboy.
the day I die.
So here's the deal. Mike comes up and hands me a printed off 6 pages of this thing, and I grab it and started reading it. It was kind of funny because I'm standing in the middle of his studio, and he went, "Oh, you're going to read it here? You're going to read it right now?"
Yeah.
Oh. And he kind of walks around. He's doing busy work, trying to keep himself busy because he's waiting to hear me say something.
No, you were just stoic. You had there was zero. Your face didn't change. Like I couldn't see behind the beard, if you will.
No. And I told you there were 2 typos.
There were 2
That's
typos.
all I said. There's
Yep.
a typo here, there's a typo here. And he's like, "Oh, okay, all right." And then
Good
he
to
goes,
know, yep.
he goes into his office and he sits down and he's not looking at me. He's just waiting. And I can tell it's eating him up that he's got to wait for me to say it.
I wanted to know. I wanted to know.
Haven't said a word.
Nope.
So I walk in behind him in his office and he goes, "Well, how'd it go?" And then we heard the crickets. Oh, come on. Down.
No.
Oh! So we heard the crickets. There they are. We heard the crickets, and he goes, he said, what, come on, what do you think? Come on, you haven't said anything. You got to give me something. What'd you say? And he turns and looks at me, and he goes, "Do you remember what you said?"
Are you gonna cry?
You said, "Are you crying?"
Oh, okay.
And I said, "Yeah,
A little bit.
I am."
Oh.
I had a little tear going. So, if nothing else, the foreword is very well written, and I think the story is great. It really is for any parent, grandparent, and uncle, aunt, friend of someone who has kids, not for children
Anyone who's not a
themselves.
kid. It's good for anyone who's not a kid. And even as a Jewish guy, I'm just like, there's good stuff in here. This
Thanks,
is really good stuff.
I just share some of the stories of being Santa Claus and the other life that I have, and kind of bringing some of that joy of the holiday spirit. And I've had some people
Right.
since this book is out now on Amazon, by the way. Behind the Beard by Bill Buckby. It's
No.
available on.
Call 6317 Mike Mo.
6317 Mike Mo.
And buy a book by leaving your credit card number with expiration date and CVV number and zip code.
Well, look, if you reach out to us here, we'll definitely talk to you about getting you a book. But you can
Santa will
also
sign it. Santa will sign it.
I'll sign it.
Let's go.
If you go to SantaClausCompany.com, we can also do that.
Oh, that's easier actually, and it's and more secure on the credit card front.
Far more secure than giving Mike your credit card number. So SantaClausCompany.com, you can order a book.
Yep.
I'll sign it and send it to you. Mike will sign his pages as well. And yeah, excited to have that out. And during these times,
Yes.
when people are down, when people are annoyed they can't do things the way they have been or the way they used to, or the fact that the kids are going back to school or not going back to school, and all these things are going through your head, this will bring you a little joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not meant to be read necessarily at Christmas, and it's a book you can read once a year and bring back that joy and merriness that you might need in your life.
Gets you in the mood too. Honestly, I'm reading it in August, and it worked. Or was that July?
July.
I read it. Oh yeah, I read
you
it.
read it in July.
Hey, look, there's no time anymore. It's
Hey,
just,
man, speaking of no time, we got no time left on the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So they're sick and tired of us right now, but hey, hopefully they'll tune back in for the next show.
Yeah, there you go. My second recommendation:
Oh,
Buy Behind the Beard by Bill Buckby.
sweet.
It's a good show. Book thing.
It's a book.
Yeah.
Pages.
It's not a pamphlet.
Pages. We're going to do a recorded version of it at some point too, but buy the book.
Oh, start it right now.
Behind the Beard by Bill Buckby.
Yay! 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 Yay!
Forward by Mike Furman.